Hey everybody, I have a brand new update for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2022, the fan film that I'm working on Power Rangers for the upcoming year. But I do want to talk about a new update for the film, as I said I was going to do this week on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'm Instagram on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film, not on my personal Instagram account with these updates and stuff, and even on Facebook and even on this very platform of YouTube. So if you haven't been keeping up with what's been going on with my fan film stuff of Power Rangers, I am currently in production on a new fan film attempt of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, and I hope this is one I hope to give back to the fans, even though this is a brand new interpretation of the very beloved Power Ranger season from the 1990s and of the post-Zordon era and blah blah. I do want to let everybody know that I'm still working on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2022. Filming is still ongoing, but I just been taking certain breaks because lately, even with the following video update of this, as you may know, the reason why the camera is a little bit like this because the tripod I'm filming this video on had broke off a certain hinge to keep the camera steady, and I'm working on right now. Filming is still on hiatus because I'm getting a new tripod, because the tripod I've been using since the start of this filming, this film, and as well as for other past projects, is broken. So I'm going to replace this piece of filmmaking. I am still in the middle of getting more green screen and blue screen backdrops, and also the blue screen and green screen gloves. Over the last month, when I was shopping for some more equipment for my fan project, when it came to the blue screen gloves, since I already have the blue screen backdrop since July, the blue screen gloves I was wanting to plan on getting those off of Amazon so I can try to film stuff without showing my bare naked hands when holding the action figure customs as seen in the video footage that you've seen. I'm not going to work on, having my hands in the shots when holding the thing like I did with those paper doll puppets, like I've done in my past fan films of PRLG, because when I would show my hands when holding those puppets, because it's just only one person, that being me, doing this stuff by myself, no one else, no crew or anybody or puppeteers, I have to do stuff on my own by try to not have myself show my hands when holding such objects like that, like these 12-inch action figures or those paper dolls like I did in previous fan film attempts of Power Rangers. And I'm still in the middle of trying to get the blue screen chroma key gloves and as well as the green screen gloves, so that way I'm trying to improve on what I should have done all those years ago doing these fan films of Power Rangers by not showing my hands when, again, with the paper dolls. I'm still working. If you've seen in the video footage in this vlog update about the film, take a look at all the custom action figures from existing Titan Hero series figures from Hasbro, but mainly Spin Masters 12-inch figures consisting mainly of multiple copies of Catwoman from the 2022 Batman movie for the female characters, and Nightwing now recently with multiple duplicates of Nightwing for the male characters, and like the Red Ranger or Furio or whoever, or Leo outside of his Red Ranger form. So the reason why I also put filming on hiatus, because I was getting more of those action figures so I can make customized civilian forms for the Galaxy Rangers. And yes, if you guys haven't been aware, I am finally going to do Kendrix, Maya, Leo, Kai, Damon, and Mike in this film of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, something that had been deficient from my other series, the other fan film series of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy I've been doing since the 2010 decade with The Rise of Trakeena, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2014, and The Wrath of Trakeena, and Infinite Frontier, even though I'll do an update on that one. What's been going on with Infinite Frontier and why I haven't really given you guys that film this year as planned, but due to certain circumstances going on with me, I haven't really been up to par with that film, because I've been more focused on this film as opposed to the film I was working on before this film, because realizing I can't do both fan films at once. So it's either this film or the film I was working on since 3 years ago before COVID hit, and then I was losing interest in that project, because realizing how was I going to do both fan films at once, and realizing this film I'm working on, that being Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2022, is really what I'm really more passionate about. But at the time of this video's recording, 2022, since at the time of this video now it's November, next month will be the final month of the year. So if I don't get the movie done by 2022, I'm just gonna have no choice but to keep on, take my time finishing the movie and have it as a 2023 film. Most of the footage shot between these last 6 months was in 2022, and whatever I shot in the beginning of the upcoming year of 2023, that being the big monumental 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers franchise, I will be able to likely have this movie out sometime in 2023, since 2023 is the 30th anniversary. And with the upcoming Power Rangers Cosmic Fury season on the horizon, with Cosmic Fury being space themed, and as a sequel season to Power Rangers Dino Fury, with them adapting the Sentai Uchu Sentai Kyuranger for Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Now, for those who are unaware, when I was working on my other fan film of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy before this one, I had plans to do my own fanfic hybrid of Kyuranger with PRLG for the Marchverse of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy Infinite Frontier. But all the time I wasted this past year and the year before, I was already at the point of burnout anyway with that project, and I wasn't sure whether if I wanted to keep on making that movie or not, despite amid of where we were with the big V and the shutdowns, and with things slowly getting back to normal again. But once I heard that last month when Hasbro announced that they were going to adapt Kyuranger for Power Rangers Dino Fury's continuous third season, that being Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, I wasn't sure whether if I should continue work on Infinite Frontier, even though that film has nothing to do and bearing on the actual Power Ranger season with the upcoming 30th anniversary. Knowing Kyuranger in itself is not really an anniversary season, they're just going to take that Sentai and treat it as though if it was an anniversary, like how Saban did Ninja for Power Rangers Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel respectively. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hold on to Infinite Frontier for another time and just focus on the film I'm really more passionate about. I'm not going to say Infinite Frontier is canceled, because I don't want history repeating itself saying, oh, the film is canceled and I did another fan film reboot and watch I get harassed and bitched on by some random people from like Ranger Board or something about like I did a decade ago. But realizing it's not going to happen again. That was back when I didn't know jack what I was doing at the time. So I'm still working on the fan film. It's just as 2022 draws to a close, after this month and next month, that is it for 2022. I wish I should have done the film in advance, but even when I was still going through the fear of COVID and several other factors, especially still focusing on my mental health and other factors, and even I'm already past the age of 30, but I need to get myself back to get myself together and get back into the game doing fan films of Power Rangers. And when Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 2022 is out, when it's done, this will be my first fan film of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy I put out and released in full since Power Rangers Lost Galaxy The Wrath of Trakeena, because a lot of you didn't know Wrath of Trakeena was the film that killed the other series, so maybe Infinite Frontier is dead, and I decided to pivot doing this film. Now, if this fan film of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy does not do well on my channel, and bad enough my channel is dying anyway, then I guess there's no point that I don't know if I will continue doing any more fan films or not. Even though as much as I've been wanting to continue doing more fan films, but given that I've slowed down a bit with age now, I don't know if I want to continue doing more of this stuff or not. Again, I still want to do this movie and get it out there, because even though while this will still be a 2022 shot film, the movie will be out less than a year later come this 2023. I'll let everyone know when the release date, when there will be a release for the movie, but it will be out when it's done. So I'm not going to press myself to think about release dates or anything, because I have to learn now to stop treating my fan film projects of Power Rangers like they're actual Hollywood movies. When it's Hollywood, Hollywood always slates a movie when it will come out and after it's been shot. But if I'm just one person taken a really long, hard time doing this. And like I did all the past fan film attempts at PRLG, I have to realize that I have to take my time with everything. Don't rush, because I should not rush art. Otherwise, the thing would fail. In the meantime, I had updated some people on a potential redesign of the Galaxy Megazord cockpit, because if you saw on my Instagram stories and as well as on the YouTube community tab from a couple weeks ago, I did show the preview of some sketch work on what the new Galaxy Megazord cockpit would look like, because what I'm planning on was to make the Galaxy Megazord have its cockpit feature all 5 Rangers in one whole cockpit, master cockpit, rather than have them in individual cockpits like they was in the TV show and in the Sentai of Gingaman when that was like that in the series. Because in this version of PRLG, I want to do something that I've always wanted to do but couldn't. Even though I do not own, this stuff, this is just me just doing the fan film, and I've been doing this stuff for 10 long years, 12 if you count when I was doing Rise of Trakina, but it's been 10 years since I've been doing this content, and I wanted to evolve from where I was to where I am today. And speaking of that, it's been 12 years since I've been doing fan films of Power Rangers with paper dolls. It was time that I moved on from doing fan films with paper dolls, something to get, to take criticism from what people complained about when I did Power Rangers Lost in Galaxy 2014. So I decided to pivot, take existing 12-inch action figures and make custom Power Ranger figures out of those, and as well as custom 12-inch figures for villains like Trakina and Furio. I'm in the middle of trying to get a 12-inch figure of someone from the Titan Hero series, or the 12-inch Spin Master DC Universe figures for Scorpius, and as well as 12-inch figures for the Stingwingers, since I know that I'm still in the middle of trying to come up with a sketch design for the redesign of the Stingwingers as well as Scorpius. I've already did 12-inch figures for Trakina and Furio for the project as seen in the video clip in the video. Therefore, I hope you guys see what's going on with the production. In the meantime, speaking of the Galaxy Megazords, based on the original sketch ideas, I'm going to use these LED light bars for the lighting when you see when the Megazord's cockpit is lit up with these lights. And based on my sketch design, I'm using these LED bars to have them on the sides and multiple areas of the cockpit, and probably use these LED light bars for all kinds of other lighting fixtures for most of the sets, because instead of doing everything in green screen and blue screen, I'm going to be using foam boards for the sets, because I'm doing this with action figures, and I know people are going to joke and make fun of me for being a 30-year-old man playing with 12-inch action figures that still look like, dolls. Really though, I'm just doing this just to make the movie. I'm not doing it like I'm just some guy in his basement playing with the dolls, stuff. I mean, even realizing I'm already long moved on from paper dolls now with those paper puppets after 12 years, 10 years counting this channel and when I was doing fan films with that since. So yeah, that's what's going on with the fan film, and this time I'm going to extend production until March of 2023, because my plans is with the upcoming items for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection I want to use potentially in this film. The Lost Galaxy Green Ranger and the Pink Ranger both coming out in 2023. I'm holding off from any use of the Lightning Collection for Lost Galaxy Green, but I'm going to pre-order Lost Galaxy Green at the time of this video's recording off of Amazon or Hasbro Pulse, wherever the Power Rangers Lightning Collections items are being mainly sold. And whenever they announce Lost Galaxy Pink, and Yellow will probably come a few months after. And so, because I don't know if I'll be able to get the film done in time by the time I'll probably use their figures. And I still have not got the Jet Jammers for the Blue and Green Rangers yet. I'm still working on getting their Jet Jammers off of eBay so I can do more Jet Jammer flight scenes, because the fan film, as I described months and months before this point, and during the filming process of the fan film, I wanted to make it more like Power Rangers meets, Top Gun, even though Top Gun Maverick just came out recently. And even though since I didn't go to the theater to see Top Gun Maverick, I know it's a great movie, even though I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, but I still was mainly influenced by the first Top Gun, even though that movie's pretty dated, like a lot of movies from the 80s. And even as well as influence from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, particularly the first one, since 2022 is the 20th anniversary of Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie from 2002. But since 2022 is almost over now, it feels like this is going to be more light leaning toward like being influenced by Ang Lee's Hulk sort of territory or X-Men 2 sort of territory, homaging those movies a little bit. But realizing that a lot has changed with some superhero movies. So Power Rangers Lost in Galaxy 2022, it's still going to have the feel and the tone that I'm looking for this fan film reboot. Part of it, I dare to say shared universe. If this film fails, no shared universe, move on. Or just retire altogether from this stuff after so long after this. By the time I put this fan film out, this YouTube channel will be 11 years old, and 11 years of doing this content, it feels like I've been saying this for years that I would do this fan film, and yet I've been going around acting like some people on Ranger Board said was me being a troll. Actually, in a way, I was trolling, but now it's time to get serious and get this movie done and take my time getting everything finished. Because everything I've done over the last 10 years on this channel and in 12 years of this content in general, I wasn't being serious with the project or projects I've been doing of PRLG. So hopefully this project I'll take seriously, as well as the story and everything with the film itself. The film is intended to be a more adult Power Rangers Lost Galaxy movie. I don't mean like adult where there's going to be a lot of, swearing or sexual stuff, and YouTube does not allow anything sexual, like characters having sex and getting naked or anything. No, or even drugs. But there will be some adult material, like characters drinking, smoking, some character. And I'm also delving into like a character who has a mental health issue, because I want to do that film to address. According to the script, I want to address themes of mental health with one of the characters. I'm not going to tell you who, and you just gotta wait until when the movie comes out and see which character has the mental health or mental illness problem. And then there's also themes of ageism, since if you look at the cast of the Galaxy Rangers of Leo and them reimagined for this fan film reboot, the Rangers are fan cast based on exactly how I fan cast, with the exception of who I got for my Maya for the last minute, since Willa Holland was originally my choice for Maya. But then, I decided to move on with Marie, that actress from the 100 on the CW for the Yellow Ranger. So, knowing in fact the Galaxy Rangers are going to be mostly like adults in their 30s and 40s in this version of PRLG, I know a lot of you rather prefer me recasting everybody to be younger than what they were, because nobody, especially the younger demographic that's probably watching this video, like those in their, the younger 20-year-olds that were watched Lost Galaxy when they were younger, and then when they see this fan film, be like, why are the Rangers why are they in their 30s and 40s when they should be young adults in their late teens and early 20s like it was in the source material? I want to deviate from what I know about Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. I'm still a Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan. I'm not doing this for no shits and giggles or any of that. I'm just doing this just by doing what I had always wanted to do for years with this project, and something I've always wanted to do. Plan was, and for the last 5 years I've been developing this project, if Wrath of Trakina bombed and I have no choice but to reboot my fan film series yet again. And if this fan film reboot fails, then I'm just going to stop doing fan films of Power Rangers and let other Power Ranger fans do their own fan film attempts of Lost Galaxy. After all, I do not own anything from these Power Rangers or all the Power Rangers. I'm just trying to be somebody in the fandom and someone who does fan films in the fan film community. So, and realizing, I want to do a more mature PRLG movie and get a little darker, but it'll still embrace what Lost Galaxy was known for, with the themes of sacrifice and loss and Terra Venture looking for a new world. But I feel like if it was, not try to make this thing a shot-for-shot remake of the TV show, if it was as a movie, a modern day movie, and realizing that this is some of the things I wish I should have done a long time ago, but it feels like it's kind of too late. And I know I'm too late to make this movie, because I should have did it when I should have had my life together, and realizing that I should have got that movie done, but no. I was going through things at the time when I did PRLG 2014, so PRLG 2022, 2023, will make up for all that stuff, and I have to take all the stuff I made mistakes on in the past movies. But what if I run into the same mistakes like I did in the past movies and in this one? Because I'm also planning on doing some stop motion effects for the action figures, since I'm doing the film with toys this time instead of paper dolls, because it's time I moved on from that. Because if you go back to my past fan films of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy on this channel, PRLG 2014, Wrath of Trakina, and such, the fan films didn't require, I mean, there was no way how I would do stop motion with anything cardboard cutout, because, especially if I was doing that stuff by myself, there was no way I was going to do the paper dolls in that kind of format and medium. So it's best to work with it with toys. There will be some shots done in stop motion, and most other shots and some shots will be just, as the things are without the animation. So the fan film will be both a stop motion movie, but it's also going to be, there's going to be, for the visual effects, aside from the stop motion, for this fan film of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, with the toys, there's also going to be effects of CGI, combining the best of both worlds, stop motion and computer animation, but just mainly using stock CG stuff, and just everything else is stop motion and non-stop motion sequences, practical stuff, and try to be more practical with this fan film than ever before. Also, I am not going to use no Sentai footage from Ginga Man that's been used in Lost Galaxy, and what I tried in attempt to use for fan dubs for my past fan film attempts of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. So I'm no longer doing any attempts at wanting to use any Sentai footage. This fan film will be 100% original content. There will be no Sentai footage, but there will be some video game footage used from something like Grand Theft Auto 5, since I have actual game capture, something that I was devoid and deficient of from the other fan films of Power Rangers when I was capturing whatever I had on Soul Calibur or GTA 5 on PlayStation 3. But on PS4 or PS5 with the game capture app and game capture video files I still have stored on my flash drive or on the console, that stuff is already up and ready, even though there's just too much GTA Online footage I captured over the last year that I was somewhat planning to use for the film, but others was just the same old repetitive, same old. But if you want to hear me talk about how I quit playing GTA Online, that vlog will be coming up soon. So anyway, that's as far as an update for the fan film for now, until the next one in the next 3 or 4 months after, and I'll let everybody know when the film is done. Guys, thank you for listening. This is quite an update for the fan film, and I'll see you guys when filming is finished and when there will likely be a new trailer, or who knows. But until then, stay tuned, and thank you for your continued support.